Right before I was going to talk about how you're going to react when this person is pouring themselves out to you, I shuffled out the Angelite, and I wanted to do a quick part 4 just to kind of tell you about this card. So Angelite means the acceptance of situations that can't be changed because they are extremely difficult. It may be a death or a change in a relationship. Angelite, when used with meditation, helps connect to true meaning of acceptance. All things happen for a reason, and only the universe knows why. That ties into my whole thing about the universe removing this person for a reason. Now, the universe doesn't always remove people from our lives so they could fix them up and then bring them back. That would be a perfect world. We'd have everyone that we'd ever met in our life as our friend, right? It doesn't work out that way. Sometimes you meet people and they are your best friend for years, or the love of your life for years. But then one day, that doesn't have to be their place anymore. That could all change, and it could be for the better. There could be a reason why you needed this relationship to end, because this person was taking up a spot in your life that they weren't properly showing up for. It's like someone getting hired in for a job and only doing half the work when there was an actual occupant who would have been astonishing for the job, who would have showed up, showed out, got everything done, but instead there was a waste of time with this employee or this person that couldn't work up to the standards that was needed. So remember, spirits were kind of telling you, instead of, you were going to this person saying, hey, I need you to love me this way because I don't feel loved. I need this from you. I need this from you, which is great. We are supposed to communicate with people that we love. But it feels like it was to a point where spirits were asking you, how much do you have to do this before you are going to ask us, like Elon Musk, ask us for that help. Ask us to help you. And I think at some point, spirits were like, okay, we just got to do this ourselves. We have to get this person away from you. And that's sort of what happened. And you could have went to spirits in anger, but spirits were probably like, at least we got him here. At least we got him here. Even if you're mad at us, at least you're here. Now you're looking at us. Now you see us. Now you're talking to us. And now guess what? Now we get to put more energy into you. Sorry to get so but I just feel like this is a really powerful reading, because it's about, just because somebody reapproaches your energy when something feels like it's going to shit for them, it doesn't mean that you owe them anything in return. You just acknowledging it by looking at it should be enough for this person. I don't know why I'm getting that, but it just should be enough, because I feel like Angelite wanted, why I wanted to do a part 4 was to really tell you that to use your own discernment when it comes to this situation. You will know whether or not spirits want this person back with you or back in your life. And if you don't know, you need to ask. You need to seriously, really trust your spirit guides and ask them, because you might not be able to make that solid decision. And it says right there, acceptance of situations that can't be changed is extremely difficult. But you've already done it, okay? And if it's so far along now that you've been away from this person, that you feel healthy and you feel strong and you have good relationships now, and you could even have a partner or a relationship that you don't really flaunt or that you don't really show off because it is that well, stick with that. Stay with those things, because this person, as much as I see them in this negative energy and that they need an out, what they don't need to do is use you as an out, right? They have their own lessons to learn. You don't need to be a lesson for them. Not this time, at least. Not this time. You probably were in the past, but not this time. Windfall of abundance. An increase of abundance is arriving in many different forms. Some of them may be unexpected. Be open to receiving and know that your abundance comes to you to support you in your life purpose, health, and charitable work. And again, anything that is not for you, they will not do that for you. So if while you were with this person, you didn't feel loved and you didn't feel proper and you didn't feel safe and you didn't feel secure, guess what? You didn't feel healthy. Okay? You may have felt physically healthy, but your mental stamina and your emotional stamina was crying out for help. So if this person was meant to be in your life, that wouldn't have been a circumstance that you would have to have constantly played with yourself to the point where a higher force had to remove something that you were never going to get rid of yourself. I think I'm just going to end it there because I'm not feeling too hot after this one. Sorry, really quickly before we close this reading, I wanted to say that in part 1 I did mention that you do have a divine relationship in place, or that you could already have one that you're currently dealing with and you haven't like launched this person to the public yet, or you haven't launched what you're like expecting, or like something that's happening. So once you do, or you go public with this relationship, or this person sees you with this person, that's when your past will finally come into your present, and it's for you to decide if you're gonna fully close like that part of yourself and move into your future. It's using proper discernment, like I said in one of the other parts, using your own discernment to the point where you know what you're doing is right and you don't need anyone to tell you. You don't doubt yourself. And spirits, they're going to be so freaking proud of you when you make that decision.